My name is Ingrid. I am 45 years old. I have one daughter, a husband, and a small baking business. I run from home. From the outside, my life looks beautiful. My kitchen always smells like vanilla. My garden has flowers in neat rows. My house is so clean, you could eat from the floor. People say, Ingrid, you make everything look so easy. I smile and say thank you, but inside, I am a clock with no off switch. My days begin before sunrise. I wake at 4:30 to bake orders for customers. The bread must be golden. The cookies must be perfect circles. While the dough rises, I clean. I wipe counters that are already clean. I arrange pillows on the sofa. I check for dust on shelves no one looks at. When my husband wakes, the kitchen smells like a bakery, and the table is set. He says, "You're amazing." He doesn't see that I have already been working for 3 hours. I cannot let anyone help me. When my husband loads the dishwasher, I thank him. Then, when he leaves the room, I take everything out and do it again. He puts glasses on the wrong shelf. He places plates facing the wrong way. It is easier to do it myself. Always easier to do it myself. That is what I tell myself. My daughter grew up in this perfect house. I made her birthday cakes from scratch. I sewed her Halloween costumes by hand. I ironed her school uniforms until the creases were sharp as knives. Other mothers asked me, "How do you do it?" I never knew what to say. The truth was, I couldn't stop. If I stopped, the world might see that I was not perfect. And if I was not perfect, what was I? But perfection is heavy. You carry it in your shoulders, your jaw, your stomach. I went to bed with a tight chest. I woke with a list in my head. Bake, clean, organize, respond, deliver, smile. I never sat down without guilt. If I rested for 10 minutes, I heard a voice inside. "You're being lazy. There is still something to do." That voice was my own mother's. She also kept a perfect house. She also never sat down. I learned young that a woman's worth is in her output. My breaking point came at my daughter's engagement party. I spent 2 days cooking. I made 6 kinds of finger food. I decorated the garden with fairy lights. I ironed tablecloths. During the party, I did not eat. I refilled trays, picked up empty glasses, smiled until my face hurt. Everyone said, "Ingrid, this is wonderful. You're a superwoman." Then I heard my daughter talking to a friend. The friend said, "Will you be a superwoman like your mom?" My daughter laughed. She laughed. God, no, she's a control freak. She never sits down. It's exhausting to watch. The words hit me like cold water. My own daughter. I went inside and stood in my perfect kitchen. Dirty dishes were piled everywhere. I looked at them. I looked at my hands. They were shaking. I had given my whole life to being perfect. And what had I shown my daughter? That a woman must work until she breaks. That resting is failure. That love is measured in spotless floors. She didn't want to be like me. She felt sorry for me. That night, I sat alone after everyone left. I ate a cold sandwich standing up. As always, I cried. Not loud. Just tears rolling down while I scrubbed a pan. I thought, I am so tired. I have been tired for 20 years. And for what? For people to say, "You make it look easy," while I die quietly inside. The next week, I made a small change. My book club was coming over. Normally, I baked 3 things. Arranged flowers, set out cloth napkins. This time, I bought cookies from the store. Plain, round, ordinary cookies. I put them on a plate. I did not arrange them. I left them in the package, showing. My hands were sweating. When the women arrived, I said, Store cookies today? They blinked. Then one said, "Oh, good, I love these." And the world didn't end, so I did more. I left the garden a little messy. Some weeds grew. I did not die. I left laundry unfolded for a day. The house did not collapse. My husband asked, "Is everything okay?" I said, "Yes. I'm just doing less." He looked confused, but didn't argue. The hardest change was letting my husband really help. He loaded the dishwasher. I left it as he did it. Glasses on the wrong shelf, plates facing backwards. I bit my tongue so hard it hurt, but the dishes still got clean. The world still turned. Slowly, I found time that used to go to ironing and rewiping and perfecting. I started watercolor painting. I was terrible at it. My first painting looked like a sad vegetable, but I loved making it. I painted another, and another. I framed the ugly one, and put it on the wall. My daughter came home and stared at it. "You painted that?" she asked. "It's so not perfect." I laughed. "I know. Isn't it great?" We talked that night. Really talked. I told her I heard what she said at the party. She cried and said, "Sorry." I said, "No. You were right. I want you to be better than me. I want you to rest." We held each other. Something between us shifted. I still bake. I still keep a nice home. But now I sit down. I eat my own food. I say no to extra orders sometimes. I let the weeds grow a little. My house looks lived in, not like a museum. People still say, "You make it look easy." But now, I answer differently. I say, "It's not easy." And that's okay. Perfection was my cage. I built it myself, bar by bar, with every yes and every aisle. Just do it myself. Letting go was not giving up. It was finally breathing. So I ask you, what would happen if you let something be a little less perfect today? Would the world end? Or would you, for the first time, begin to live? I hope this story speaks to you, Claudia.